I am able to read and write. So that's why I'm requesting my fellow councillors that you should vote for me. Please vote for me as a deputy speaker. I promise I will not let you down. Thank you so much. If did so, I say thank you so much. So thank you. Thank you.
And TV Uganda, enlightenment on your hands always. Busia municipal councillors have made a decision to vote a rightful speaker who will enable them run the council, and they say they have much hope from him. And during his speech, the newly elected speaker, that is Mr. Julius Emoit, pledged to develop Busia through teamwork and unity. Let's watch.
My name is Emoit Julius. I first and foremost want to take this initiative to thank my colleagues for entrusting me for this position. And I also want to assure the public that this is not my first time to be in this position. So I take this opportunity to thank them for entrusting me and trusting me in this position. I also want to assure them and promise them that we are going to do what we call deliver. We are going to deliver. As far as you've been seeing the institution has been at par. I think before, initially, I've been away. I traveled to America for some 2.5, 3 years because of the health issues. After getting properly treated, I had to return to the country. But on the evening that I arrived in town, I saw things were very berserk. And as a leader, I knew this has been caused by the leadership that we had at that time. Because when I would compare our time of leadership and this time, there was a very big difference that I saw. There was lack of potential leadership. So, and I had to sustain myself, come back into the leadership and see how we can get back our town to this election. You saw the corruption scandals that were here before, because that is the very time I'd come back from America. And that's the time they are arresting people here for the loss of the money. The government has been sending money here and people have just been doing their own things other than implementing the government policies. The law is very clear that we as leaders are supposed to supervise and endure that implementations of the government arrangement is sufficiently done on ground. Sometimes people may claim that the government is not performing, but the problem is us, the leaders. We think of ourselves than thinking for the people that have entrusted us in these positions. The people of Busia is that when you look at the business perceptions in Busia right now, everything is at par. And the people who do elevate this matter to be at a sober perception are the leaders. I was discussing one time with the minister and the commissioner about issues of customs, and was telling me that the only problem that we have, that if the leaders of Busia will be combined to do one thing, to be very easy to express this thing before the government and make especially the president, he would listen and see how he would endeavor the whole thing to be fine at the ground for the people. But we're going to make sure that we unite these leaders of this town, from the members of parliament to the local leaders. Actually, what we're going to do, one is that we are going to convene a meeting for the local leaders, from parliament to the district and municipal council. We're going to convene a meeting and see how we can resume businesses in this town. If it means meeting the center, we are going to try and make the center exercise our rights and duties and problems so that the government can understand the real problems of the area and see how these issues can be raised.
Amanya Juma Odero Francis naze kansala achikirira abantu ba South East Parish. Olunaku olwaleero Busia Municipal Council tubadde n'okulonda okuwa speaker. Muyinza okujjukira nti mulundi ogusembeyo twagezaako okulonda naye nga obululu twatayinga buli omu yafuna obululu 11. Olunaku olwaleero batagise okulonda, so ne tuddamu okulonda naye nga obululu tebutambudde nga bwe mbadde nsuubira, era speaker wa Busia Municipal Council mujja gwe balonze omwami Emoit Julius. Twagala mu congratulatinga n'ekyokubiri ogamba abantu baffe nti bwebanga abantu alusaba akalulu mu bantu twasaba akalulu nga bakansalazi. As we are willing and ready okukola oba okuservinga abantu baffe areas zaffe as their respective councillors until further notice. Bwanga batwetaagisa okukola emirimu emirala tujja kubeera very available okulaba nti tukolera abantu baffe. Naye ekyamakulu kiri nti tuli councillors twaswearinga okukolera abantu era tuli ready okutambulira nga speaker avuddeko. Nze ndiredde okuba nga ngaidinga n'okuba nti tuyamba abantu oba tuyambagana ne speaker aliko okulaba nti kansa etambula. Naye ekyamakulu kyolina okumanyamu bagamba nti oyinza okuwa omuntu amagezi naye kiba eriye okutwala amagezi ago oba ogaleka tosobola mumufosinga oba omukaka okutwala amagezi g'omuwadde.
Njja kwebaza bannabusiya be balonda abakulembeze baabwe era abakulembeze baabwe ne beerondamu abagenda okubakulembera mu bantu 20. Honorable Julius afunye buli 12. Honorable Odero Francis nafuna buli 10. Eregeza nti Honorable Julius ye Speaker Busia Municipal Council. Era nebaza abalonze bebale kola ki kulonda kuba buli omu abira ne gwakola ki gwayagala. Naye obuweereza ffenna accountability ebeera mu myaka emeka 5 nga tugenda ku kipimo kyakolera bannabusiya. Era nsuubira nti mu kansu tewaliwo ntalo zensuubira zinaabeerayo oba zinaabeerayo mu maaso eyo simanyi wasiri angel erowooleza mu muntu byokola ki naye ziba gye ziri era nizo tujja zikola ki tuzirwana. Naye kitulese ffenna kusavinga abantu ba Busia Municipal Council. Era nensaba abo abaagala okumenyaamenya Busia Municipal Council Katonda abakwateko emitima gyabwe babike nti Busia tugitwala waki waggulu. Busia teriiko buli omu agirimu alina okugyeyagaliramu emirembe kuba eno Uganda yaffe ffenna era tulina okugitambuza tukiteeke kuki nenebaza ne gavumenti ne bawonako kansala babaddewo enteekateeka za gavumenti zonna tugenda zikolako kubanza oba nonze omanja service delivery siyinza kugoba nti PDM egende no PDM erina okubeerawo abantu baffe bafune ki bafune sente. Buli programu ya gavumenti nteekeddwa okugigoberera abantu bange bafunemu so si kujja kulwanyisa nkulaakulana. Omukulembeze alwanyisa enkulaakulana oyo mukama agwana kumujja musindike mu nnyanja. N'eki kye twetaaga abantu baffe bafunye service delivery obuweereza obulungi. Era nalabe ne mu parliament eriyo n'abataategedde bye balonda naye ate ffe abafa atali ba qualification nja kwebaza bakansala bange tekuli abagudde bonna bawandiisa amanya gaabwe ge bateekeddwa okukola ki okulonda. Kanso yange ndyebaziza mu ekyo era ndiredde okukola n'abo bonna abalondeddwa.
Most people come with a lot of expectations. So in the event, we shall need to induct most of these leaders to understand their roles and responsibilities. Our work is sufficiently durable. We are supposed to implement the government policies. We are supposed to supervise the government policies. We should endeavor that government needs in the hand who ground Chinova perfectly. They should be valued for the money.
Kakati tugeze ne tutuuka kubanga tutunula ku lupapula mu biki ebituweereddwa. Speaker naawa omwogezi omulala okwogera ng'omwogezi tatugambye asituse ku nsonga ki kubanga mukaso mubeeramu omuntu ogamba nti nsituse ku procedure eno oba nsituse ku order eno oba nnyina kye njagala okunnyonnyola kanso. So omwogezi oyo ye asituse n'agamba nti twagala Meya abe ng'asoma omuntu omu ku omu kwabo abali ku executive. Nensituka nenjagala okuwabula speaker ku mateeka. Era ngambye nti standard rules section 19. Nenjagala okugimusobera speaker. Naye olw'okuba entebe ey'obwa speaker ebeera n'amaanyi mangi n'atakkiriza kusomebwa teeka eyo. So nange nentuula.
Olowooza ki
nsuubira speaker nga bw'amaze n'agamba nti Meya tatuwadde ffenna motion copies. Badde musuubira kubanga eno council eri ongoing. Twagirimu ku luli n'essula. Kakati wakuba abadde egenda mu maaso abadde alina okutugamba nti oba council agiyimiririzza ddala kye bayita adjourned Sunday. Oba n'agamba council eno ngiyimiriza okutuusa ennaku z'omwezi bweziti olunaku gindi essaawa bweziti. Kyatatuwadde so tuvuddemu nga tetumanyi tuddayo mu council ddi oba bagiyimiririzza ddala. We wabadde obuzibu.
Mama ulire gategeere nti speaker ono si mupya. nze gwe naddira mu bigere. Actually bwe yavaako mu 2021 nze gwe naddira mu bigere. Era bwe yakomyewo era bazeemu ne bamwesiga okumuwa ntebe eyo. Naye for the purpose of records ekyemanyi nti bw'otunula ekisanja kya 2021 mpaka 2016 mpaka 2021 twalina ntalo nyingi nnyo mu kanso ya Busia Municipal Council. Ate nga mwami MOT ye yali speaker. Mu period gyemaze nze nga ndi ku speaker myaka 5 sirina musango gye creating mu council. Ate ndowooza abantu baffe Busia tebawulirangako no Busia Municipal Council eri mu kooti oba bali kwesika nti waliwo entalo. So ndi kusaba busabi Mukama nti myaka gino 5 gye tugendako amuyambe okulaba nti ziri entalo ezaaliwo tezidda mu council so that tufune emirembe. Ate emirembe bwe gibeerawo n'enkulankulana ejja kuba ng'ejja.
I have no problem with anybody, whoever. And I'll exercise my duties equal in this institution. I just want to assure you that for those who fought me, I've forgiven you. And those who intended to be corrupt, I've also forgiven you. But we should always respect our age. When you reach certain levels, the issue that you don't need to involve yourself in. And I just want to give a piece of advice in my capacity as MO, not as a speaker, that when you reach certain age, you should avoid yourself from putting yourself into certain corruption scandals that will damage your names. There are ages that you need to speak, a spoon should be a spoon, not a spoon being a spade. What I know, that few of us will enter heaven. That's what I can assure you, everybody. There are very few people who will enter heaven. And if you know that you are not one of the people who are not going to enter heaven, prepare yourself before the time comes. These elections have been a lesson to all of us, for those who have been contesting for these positions in various capacities. We have learned a lot of things in these things, and there have been a lot of scandals and that of everything, and kind of nonsense has been in these elections. And I don't know why these elections this time were so spirited. We've never had this kind of arrangement in town here ever since before. But for this time, it was too much. However, I just want to confirm to you that I have my mother here, Namakwa, I have my father here, Hassan, my sisters and his brothers, honorable councillors. Let us be at par. The elections are done. And let each and every person exercise his duties as the law provides. Nobody has come here to fight anybody like it was being narrated. I'm very sure that each person knows what brought him here. And those who came here to fight people, those are your own. With those few remarks, I humbly request God to give us a successful council for these 5 years. Thank you very much for listening.